The six most sensitive zodiac signs. I'm Lamar Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader, and I would love to do a personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading for you or a personal birth chart reading. Please contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal private birth chart reading or tarot reading. If you have any questions, check out the FAQ section as well as the personal ethics section on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button, which is the notification button, so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Also, please follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend official, okay? So, with that being said, thank you so much for listening and watching. The six most sensitive zodiac signs, in my opinion, are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, and Leo. Alright? Now, of course, the water signs are on this list. All the water signs are on this list because they are water. So, water is naturally sensitive. Water is fluid. Water is, water is life. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that in itself is a big kind of not responsibility, but that's a big weight on one's shoulders, I guess, so to speak. Having strong water in your chart. So Cancer is ruled by the moon, which makes Cancers very sensitive people because the moon rules the tides of the water. So, um, Cancers can be very, very sensitive to the feelings of other people, very, very sensitive to their surroundings. Cancers can be very moody in that way. Sometimes they don't want to go out for a reason because they're just very intuitive people. Sometimes they know things ahead of time, but they just may not know it as intuition. They may not know it as some type of ability, a psychic ability that they have, because we all have some psychic abilities to some degree, right? But Cancers are very, very sensitive people. Not only in terms of emotions, but in terms of their surroundings, in terms of energy. Pisces is also very sensitive to energy and vibes and frequencies. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, so Neptune rules spirituality. It rules the things that cannot be seen, but that can be felt, that can be heard, that can be seen in the mind, maybe, in the mind's eye, right? So, sorry, I have my notes put on my phone. So Pisces is also ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about expansion. So Pisces can be very, very sensitive to the feelings of other people, to their surroundings, and also the spiritual practices, the spiritual essence of other people as well, which can be very daunting, can be, cause one to be very sensitive, which is why it's so important to be, protective of our energy, protective of the energy around us as well, especially as a Pisces, okay? Because, that's, that Neptune energy makes it, very, very, makes them sensitive people, okay? So Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, Pluto and Mars. So here we have a sensitive person who hides it very well by, through aggression, through, also being a person that takes no crap. But behind the mask, they're very sensitive people, actually. That Pluto, I think, gives them that, the needed sensitivity to, people in their truth, people in their lies as well. You know what I'm saying? Scorpios are easily able to tell when someone's telling the truth or when someone's lying. They're very sensitive to that type of information. They're very sensitive to people's energies and people's behaviors, people's body language, things like that. Scorpios are very subtle people, so they also notice subtle things in other people as well. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about money, passion, romance, friendship, harmony. Libras are the type of people that actually hate conflict. They hate any type of drama. They hate any type of negativity. So in this sense, they're very sensitive people. They're very sensitive to drama, any type of negativity, and they hide it by not picking sides. They hide it by trying to always wear a very level-headed, mellow, head, but sometimes people can get Libra out of that element and get them right just where they want them. But that only can happen when a Libra's imbalanced, right? And Libras only are imbalanced when they're having a sensitive moment, and maybe they're surrounded by drama, or they're just dealing with something, at the moment that, is unbalancing them, right? But in that way, they're very sensitive to conflict. They don't like it. And maybe it's because I'm a Libra moon, so maybe that's why, like, I'm so understanding of this energy of Libras. I think they hide it very well. I think they hide it very well, and I also think that they have certain ways that they know, like, there certain things that they can do that will automatically balance them, like maybe taking a long hot bath, so that, like, it's like the thing that was bothering them doesn't bother them so much, and eventually maybe, hopefully the thing distances itself from Libra, or Libra will just act like it's not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Libras just cannot stand conflict. They cannot stand any type of drama, any type of negativity sent their way. They love things to be peaceful and harmonious at all times. So when they're not, Libras are very sensitive to that. Geminis. Now, it's interesting that Gemini is on this list, because you would think Gemini sensitive. Actually, yes, Geminis can be very, very sensitive. They are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is not the most sensitive sign, but Mercury does have moments where it can be moving too fast, maybe trip and fall, scrape the knee or something, could get a boo boo, but it gets right back up and starts running again, wide eyed and looking for the next knowledge it can absorb, or next conversation it can have, right? So Gemini's hide their sensitivity very, very well, but Gemini's hate being alone. So often, you'll see their sensitive side come out, their very sensitive side come out when you're having like a one-on-one moment with them. A lot of times they'll just kind of spew out a lot of the stuff that they're going through, they're worried about, what I'm saying? It's like, Gemini, like, I don't know, you had all this in you, all this angst in you. You hide it so well, by being, just you, But Geminis can be actually very sensitive people, very sensitive to their surroundings, because they can just often be very, very misunderstood. A lot of the things that sometimes Geminis, they do stuff, and they get the opposite reaction, and it can be very confusing and just disjointing for Gemini to go through that experience, because they go through it time and time again. They do something and then they get the opposite reaction. They can never figure out why. So sometimes Geminis, they can feel like it's like walking on eggshells around certain people. And so I think, that in itself is a sensitive, trait. Geminis, hide their sensitivity very well. They can be very needy. Sometimes they can be very, can be very, like, constantly needing attention, which is ironically something Leo can, go through as well. But it comes from a place of being very sensitive, and, that's what it is, just being sensitive, Leo is a very sensitive sign, but they hide it well too. Leo's a fire sign. Leo's ruled by the sun, so the sun is all about self-confidence, illumination, the higher self, the life purpose. So here we have someone that is very, at times high above the ground, and at times needs to be a little bit brought back down to earth. Leo's but at the same time are very joyous and adventurous and lovely people, but they're very sensitive to how they're perceived, how people perceive them, what people's opinions are about them, and especially if those perceptions are not what the Leo feels is the truth of the Leo. Does that make sense? So when lies are being spread maybe about the Leo, when people are trying to bring the Leo down and their reputation, like, these are all types of things that will make the Leo very upset. Leos are very sensitive to their perception in the world. Leos are very, because the sun deals with perception. It deals, we have to think the sun sign in our birth charts, because we're not just, okay, so when someone asks you what is your zodiac sign, what they're really asking is what is your sun sign, because we're not just a sun sign. We have a moon, we have a rising, we have a Mercury. So, the sun deals with self confidence. The sun sign is the sign, as well as the rising sign, ascendant, the first house, that um, kind of deals with our perception in the world, how people perceive us, and how we present ourselves in the world. So, Leos are very sensitive to this type of information, this type of energy, So, these, in my opinion, are the six most sensitive zodiac signs. I hope this video gave you some clarity and insight. I hope you got something out of this video, okay? I appreciate you for listening and watching. Please contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal private birth chart reading or tarot reading, or email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. Also, please subscribe. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button, which is the notification button, so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend, and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend Official. Peace out.